Hi, tonight we are going to read a book called Leaf Trouble by Jonathan Emmett, and the illustrations are by Caroline Jane Church. I thought this would be a good book to read right now because if you've noticed, we have now entered autumn. The season of autumn happened on Tuesday, September 22nd, was the autumnal equinox. And each day you might have noticed the weather's getting a little bit cooler. So this is a story of one of our creatures we have outside, this little squirrel here. And I wonder what kind of trouble he's going to get into with leaves. A fresh breeze blew across the woodland, tickling the tall grass and trembling the trees. Summer had left and autumn had arrived. And you might have noticed that, right? Is the breeze tickling the grass and trembling the trees? Pip Squirrel stuck his head out of the nest and sniffed the air. Something's changed, he decided, and he scampered off to find out what it was. Pip's nest was in an old oak tree. Pip loved the old tree and he knew every bit of it, from twig to trunk. See, there's his tree. But something was happening to the tree. It was happening so slowly that Pip hadn't noticed it until now. He skittered to a stop and stared at the leaves beside him. What do you think he's noticed has happened to the leaves? He was so surprised that he let go of the trunk. Wah! Squealed Pip as he tumbled down through the branches and landed, oof, on the woodland floor. Oof. That's what happens when you let go of the tree trunk. Pip lay there for a moment, staring up at the leaves. They've changed color, he gasped. And he was right. The last time Pip had looked closely at the leaves, they had all been green. But now there were lots of colors. Yellow and orange and even red. Do you see any trees outside that are starting to do that? I think we got a couple. As Pip watched, one of the leaves dropped off and drifted down toward the ground. He jumped up and ran after it and caught it in his paws. But even as he reached it, another leaf began to fall. Pip ran after the second leaf and just managed to catch it before it touched the woodland floor. Not again, gasped Pip as a third leaf began to fall. Pip was still racing around, trying to catch the falling leaves, when his sister Blossom scurried up. "Ah, good," panted Pip. "You're just in time." "Just in time for what?" asked Blossom. "To help save the tree," puffed Pip. "It's falling to pieces." Why do you think he's gasping and puffing? He must be working hard at catching those leaves, huh? "But that's been happening for days," said Blossom, pointing to the leaf-covered ground. "Then we've got to stop it now," insisted Pip. Pip and Blossom collected all the leaves into a big pile. "Now what?" asked Blossom. "We put them back," said Pip. Do you think this is going to work? Can we put those leaves back? So Blossom carried the leaves up into the tree where Pip tried to stick them back onto the branches. But it didn't work very well. I wouldn't think so. Then, all of a sudden, there was a huge gust of wind, and hundreds of leaves began to fall. Pip and Blossom were scrambling around frantically, trying to gather them when Mom Squirrel arrived. "What are you two up to?" she asked. "Oh, those crazy kids again," she's probably thinking. When Mom found out what Pip and Blossom had been doing, she couldn't help smiling. "But Pip," she said, "the tree has to lose its leaves." And she explained that taking care of the leaves was hard work for the tree, and that, after keeping them all summer, it needed to rest for a while. Such a smart mom. "But I love this tree," said Pip sadly. "It's our home, and I want it back the way it was." "It will be," said Mom. "When spring comes, the leaves will all come back again. They've only gone away for a little while. Like when the sun sets and then comes back again," said Pip. "Just like when the sun sets," agreed Mom. "Except the leaves will take just a little longer to come back." Oh, yeah, there they are, looking at the tree. Pip, Blossom, and Mom played beneath the old oak tree until sunset. Before they left, they collected some leaves to take back to their nest. And there they are, playing in the leaves. "They're such beautiful colors," said Pip, smiling, "and now I understand why." He held up a pawful of leaves to show Blossom and Mom. "They're the colors of the sunset," said Pip. So just like the sun sets before it gets night, the leaves change color and fall just before winter. Pip's a smart squirrel, you know that? The end. So I hope you enjoyed listening to Leaf Trouble, and I hope you don't get into any leaf trouble at home. Have a great fall break.